is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
It's a beautiful night for football and a big-time matchup on hand. You are watching the Oklahoma Sports Network. The Jones Longhorns set for their third game of the season here on the road, and it's their toughest test yet as they will take on the Bethany Broncos. We'll be back after the national anthem in just a minute.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Jones Longhorns versus the Bethany Broncos on the Oklahoma Sports Network, a big-time matchup. They played a really close one last year at Jones where Bethany got the win literally in the last seconds of the game. Should be a fun one for you tonight on the Oklahoma Sports Network. I'm Zach Reynolds here to bring you the action, and joining me back after a little hiatus doing something pretty important, competing in Miss America, it's Jones' own Tessa Durrell. And Tessa, it's a really good match to come back here for you.
Yes, I'm excited for it. You know, whenever I was in high school at Jones, it was always a big game because we played Bethany that week 0 game. So there's a lot of excitement around this game, and especially after last year, I know Jones is going to want to come in and win this one, and hopefully it doesn't get to the last second plays there like it did last year. So I'm kind of excited to see what's to come here tonight.
Talked about it being a big-time matchup, big games, get big coverage and extra coverage. We'll have a third member of our broadcast crew, Peyton Davis. We'll get to her at the end of the quarter. She's going to be the sideline reporter today, and hopefully we'll get some extra insight on there. Both teams set to come out here in just a moment here at the football stadium of Southern Nazarene University. They share it with the Bethany Broncos. A nice stadium, some turf down there. Going to be a little bit warmer than usual for football weather, at least for what I'm experienced from being from Illinois. But
yes, it's hot down there on that field. Walking Peyton around down there before the game. The sun's directly on that visitor side for a good while, so we'll see what that kind of adds to tonight's game for Jones, especially in that first half.
Looking towards the Bethany Broncos and what they bring to offer. They're 1-0 on the season. They had a bye week last week. Did not play. Jones, of course, 2-0. Had a week 0 win at Luther and then won last week in the home opener against Kiefer. And speaking of the word Kiefer and the name Kiefer, it's spelled differently, but Wyatt Kiefer, the running back for Bethany, is somebody that I've been told it's big time to watch out for. Might remind you a little bit of Luke DeBusk, a guy that is a running back that's a monster, but also is going to lay some big hits as a linebacker.
Yes, Bethany's got a star-studded roster, and they always do. They've always had some talent on that team. Someone else that I think we're going to have to look out for is number 88, Breck Brady. He plays on the defense, but is known for his tight end abilities. His dad played in the NFL, so that's a fun story to talk about there too. And who knows, it runs in the family, so I'm sure he'll produce some productivity on offense tonight.
I'll just give you a hint now whenever you're watching Bethany out there, both on the defense and offense side. I would bet you anybody watching at home can pick out which one is Breck Brady. He's only a sophomore. He's listed at 6'6" and 235 pounds.
Yes, and talking to the coaches, that was something that my dad pointed out, was his size is going to be something that Jones hasn't seen yet against Luther and Kiefer. So we'll see how they adapt to that and kind of handle these challenges that, they're going to see big kids as we get in later into the season, especially in playoffs, and sometimes that's a challenge. It's exciting that they get the opportunity to see how they play with someone of his size this early on in the season.
Somebody else to watch out for Bethany is their leading receiver, Jagger Weaver. He'll wear number 4. It's going to be a good test for this Jones secondary that is young but has produced really good in the first 2 games. The Templeton's on the outside at safety. Drew Thomas has an interception in each of the first 2 games. But again, this will be a tough test.
Yes, we were just talking about it up here in the boxes. Jones' defense seems to have developed astronomically from last year in certain ways, and it starts with those Templetons there in that secondary. So I have yet to see them in action, so I'm excited to be here tonight and get to watch it from the box, especially with a team as versatile as Bethany.
Each of the teams sending out their captains, about to walk out to midfield for the coin toss, and I'll remind you that the coin toss is brought to you by Bail Bonds by Tomorrow. Have you missed the ball on paying a ticket? Call Bail Bonds by Tomorrow at 405-200-5110. 15 plus years of serving the community. That's Bail Bonds by Tomorrow, the sponsor of the coin toss. DeBus, Carterman, Hanson, and Mendoza, the captains out there for Jones as they will call the toss here. Bethany's and Jones team still yet to come out here, but it's a beautiful day. It's going to turn into a beautiful night and should be some really fun football ahead. And again, I look back to the last year's matchup was not short on big moments.
Yes, and I wasn't here for that one. That was before I got to find myself up in the box here for Jones games. And I remember watching it on my phone while I was at a different football game and just couldn't believe how great of a game it was, but then also the heartbreak that came within those last few seconds of the ball game. So I know Jones is carrying that with them tonight as they go into the game, especially knowing so many kids on Jones's roster, they were playing in that game and experienced a little bit of that heartbreak. So we'll see how they use that tonight as fuel to hopefully get a Jones win.
Bethany's roster looks a little bit different than it did last year. They had a lot of key contributors graduate that were seniors last year. They'll have a new quarterback this year compared to last year. Last year was Jackson Payne. This year it is Brody McLaren. We'll have to see what he looks like. I've been told he's athletic and has a really nice arm. So may see some similar play style as we see with Asen Hansen often. Be excited to see him as well. But again, Wyatt Kiefer, the running back, is going to be big to watch out for. So you know that Luke DeBusk and Dorian Wiley up front on the defensive side are going to have their work cut out for them.
Definitely, and that's, these early games, one thing I want to point out is there's going to have to watch penalties tonight. These first few games are very important to make sure you're playing clean ball. So I want to see Jones have a really clean game tonight to make sure that they can really tough it out and win those battles in the trenches tonight.
Could be somewhere where Jones has a little bit of an advantage, having played 2 games already compared to just the one that Bethany has. Listen, that's football. When it's early, those things are going to happen. You want to clean them up. We've seen some penalties over the first couple of weeks. Jones has an extra game, is maybe an advantage to clean those things up. We'll have to see as this game goes on.
Yes, and that's something my dad has always talked about, having a week 0 game. It's always been beneficial for them because, like you said, you have that extra week, and yes, you do run into a bye a little bit earlier on, but you have things to learn from. You have film to work off of, and you also have the experience to make sure you're getting rid of shooting yourselves in the foot in those early on games.
Just a few moments away from kickoff. We'll step aside for a commercial break, and we'll be back with the start of this game on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment. Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Zach Reynolds, Tessa Durrell back with you on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Getting set to kick off. Jones will kick off to Bethany. Bethany will start this first half with the football.
I got a little bit of butterfly, Zach. I don't know about you, but it's getting exciting up here.
Expecting a really, really good game here for this one. And they delivered last year, expecting the same again this year. Colson Lindsay will kick it away for the Longhorns. Kicker that has been as steady as he can be all last year as a freshman, now this year as a sophomore. Going to be good to see this young Jones defense get their first big test as they'll start on the defensive side. Lindsay kicks it away. We're underway here in Bethany, Oklahoma. This one is fielded by Weaver, trying to break it to the outside. He's got room. Drew Thomas able to bring him down. Flags fly in late in a couple of different spots. Was able to get up to just past the 35-yard line. We'll check the flags.
That one started to make me a little nervous right there. You know, Jones has to be really careful here, especially if it is against Jones. These are the moments that change the momentum of the game, so you hope that they're keeping it clean and this one isn't against them.
Officials still sorting this one out, but right now it looks like they're going to be backed up from where the two teams are setting up.
I'm not sure if they've said what it is.
I have not seen the head official call anything, but we can tell you that they are well backed up all the way to the 10-yard line. That's where Bethany will start. So Jones catches a break. After a nice return from Weaver, it's brought back to the 10 due to penalties. McLaren will be the quarterback. Kiefer behind him as the running back. Kiefer gets the first handoff to the left side. Not much room there. Got back to the line of scrimmage. Looked like Dorian Wiley in on the stop. He's going to have a big game to contain Kiefer.
You know, that's one element of the Jones defense that I'm always excited to watch is that defensive front. Just looking down there, they have a great size matchup, you know, especially with Michael Renfro back there. It's going to be fun to watch how they line up against this Bethany offense.
Got a lot of size. They like to line up in a few different ways sometimes. Motion across, but instead it's a handoff to Kiefer and a nice play design. He's got a lot of room all the way to the 30. He might go all the way. Templeton trying to track him down. Now Derek trying to cut him off. Kiefer all the way to the 20, and he's tripped up just shy of the 10.
You know, Jones played pretty shallow right there on that. We were talking about this, especially in 2A ball. There's not a ton of teams that throw the ball much, but there they got pinned pretty shallow on their secondary, so once he got away, he was going with it.
Nice play design that time. Got everybody looking to the right, and then Kiefer took off left and had so much room.
Got me. I looked to the right. I was sold.
Showed off the speed as well. The 2 runs so far. New running back checked in right now to spell Kiefer after that long run. It's Baron Tahey.
He's a big guy, too. That was a long run.
He'll be in at linebacker as well on the other side of the ball, we've been told. Just underway, 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. Kiefer and the Broncos are threatening. They throw this one up to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. And it's big Breck Brady, I believe, that hauls that one in the corner of the end zone.
I know those numbers are hard to see. I couldn't tell.
Based off the size alone.
Based on that would be Breck Brady right there.
Able to catch that one. Tough task for Templeton to try to go one-on-one with him in the corner. So Bethany now will try for the extra point as they've got an early lead. Just took them 3 plays to go from their own 10-yard line to score.
You know, Jones is going to have to not only take control by scoring, but they're going to have to really take control of the clock here. That was a fast score for them. So Jones is really going to have to get in here on offense and control the clock and the score on this next drive.
Cody Martin puts through the extra point. 7-0 Broncos. Jones with a chance to answer when we come back on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
The Broncos strike first. Breck Brady with a touchdown catch in the corner of the end zone after a set up by a long Wyatt Kiefer run all the way from the 10 to inside the other 15-yard line. Now Jones will have a chance to answer on offense.
I'm excited to see what Jones comes out with here out of the gate on offense and see how they can answer this. They're going to have to work really hard tonight, and honestly, going against someone like Breck Brady may be great practice for this Jones secondary, going up against someone of that size and stature. So hopefully the offense can just take control here and there's not too many practice rounds like we just saw right there.
You may have noticed it on the extra point, but that's something that both of these two teams have in common is they both have really good kickers, which is not always the case in high school football. Cody Martin really good, just like Colson Lindsay. Now we get a chance to see him boot a kickoff.
Jones used to never kick the ball. So it's fun it was only go for 2 for as long as I can remember. So it's fun to see when Jones has a kicker on that roster.
The trio of Longhorns back with the option to return it. We'll see who they kick it to. Line drive kick. It'll be fielded by nobody. Hunter Purvis will let it roll into the end zone for the touchback.
I get nervous there.
So Asen Hansen and the Longhorns out for their first try at offense, trying to answer after a 3-play drive, put the Broncos on the board.
You know, and Asen's having a great season so far. His completion percentage is about 74%, which is great, especially at this point in the season. So we'll see what he does tonight. And he's one of the most versatile quarterbacks in 2A football for sure. So we'll see what he leans to tonight and how he uses his feet, but then also what kind of throw game Jones will develop throughout the night.
John Quaid Johnson will start at running back here for the Longhorns. Had a really good game last week. Of course, we can see him, Trip Riders, Luke DeBusk some as well. Very versatile with the running back room are the Longhorns. But Johnson, after a big week last week, gets the start here. Hansen will put it in his hands. He gets back up the middle. Going to pick up a couple. Initially trying to cut it outside, cut it back up to the end, where he was brought down.
You know, and there's something really special about Jones having that deep running back list because that's not something they've always had the privilege of having, but it really helps diversify your offense, especially with Asen being able to do so much. It's really like you have, 4 running backs or so able to carry that ball.
Another handoff for Johnson up the right side. Now he's got some room up just shy of the first down marker. Sets him up in a nice spot for a 3rd down here.
And, they're taking control of this clock right now, so they're taking some time off by running the ball right now, and even though they didn't get that first down, they're still in command here.
Up to the line quickly here. Hansen tried for a hard count, didn't get a jump. Now he'll look to the sideline for a play call. 3rd and 1 from the 29. Jones trying to move the sticks and march down the field. 3rd handoff in a row for Johnson, and he's going to pick up the first down. trying to push forward for a few more. He's up to about the 35.
I'm loving to see this run game right now, and that it's working. That's nice.
And it's the run game, more traditional. So far, no Asen Hansen runs. Usually, it seems like he's always the first one to get the call,
Yes.
but Johnson doing a nice job in the backfield. See if they run again or go to the pass this time. Collier goes in motion. Hansen looking to throw, and he is hit immediately off the edge. Nobody picked up on that side. I believe that's Breck Brady again, or no, make that Baron Teehee.
It looks like they just kind of sent two people there on tie, so that was tough for him to cover up. And, of course, got Asen. Luckily, Asen's up and ready to go, so we'll see what happens this next play.
Teehee laid the hit that time, but bring up second down. As you mentioned, Hansen popped right back up. Late sub here for the Bethany defense. 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2 men in motion, making it trips to the left side. Hansen looking towards the right side, now stepping up in the pocket, looking to run. We'll try to break to the outside. Brady trying to track him down. Hansen's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Set up 3rd and long.
They're struggling to just find any openings here in this pass game right now. They're matched up pretty well. They moved as there was a shift in that offense to go trips here to our side. Bethany moved pretty fast to make the adjustments.
Be 3rd and 11 here from the 35-yard line. Hansen looking to throw, will roll out to the right, looking downfield, and now he will just be hit out of bounds right near that original line of scrimmage again. It'll bring up 4th and 10. So Bethany in control here early. Took 3 plays for them to go down and score, and now they're going to force a punt.
You know, that's not what, of course, silly statement here, but that's not what you want to see if you're Jones. They're going to have to work extra hard here to make sure they're getting the stop. That way they can command the ship and get back on offense as soon as possible.
Seth Greiner back to return this punt. This one will bounce and take a Jones roll inside the 20-yard line, and it will check up at about the 17.
It's a pretty good punt there.
Nice punt, flips the field, but again, Bethany starting at their own 10-yard line on the last drive and scored in just a few plays. But again, a lot of that, almost all of it, came on one play to Wyatt Kiefer, that big run.
You know, and that's one thing, too, is Bethany scored so fast, we didn't have to test that offense very much there and test their versatility or see them diversify their offense and what they were running. So if they can keep it short and keep their plays short, they may be able to make a better read on what's going to happen with that Bethany offense.
Your dad's an offensive coordinator. I'm sure he wishes he could just call an 80-yard run and then a pass to a 6'6" guy every time.
That would be nice. Back in the day, I've seen a couple of those.
2 running backs in the backfield, 1 motions out, and that's Kiefer. McLaren looking to throw. He's pressured and having to roll out, and he'll just throw this one away, and we've got a flag thrown, I believe, or maybe not. Saw something else get thrown and thought it was a flag.
Maybe me in the way. Y'all can't tell, but this is a tight press box up here, so as I start to look, I get in Zach's way of seeing what's going on down the field.
Wyatt Ellefson brought the pressure that time and forced a throw away to make it 2nd and 10. .7:36 to go in the first quarter. Bethany leads 7-0, trying to add to that lead here on their second drive. And going to have a whistle blown here. It's going to be a timeout to Bethany. We'll step away for a second and be back on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
back after the timeout. It's 2nd and 10. Kiefer here with their second offensive possession of this game. Fake the handoff to Kiefer. McLaren pressured again. Will roll out to the left. He's going to take off, and he'll be brought down just across the 20. Tracked down by Luke DeBus, but he picks up some yardage to make it a 3rd and manageable. Good pressure again from the Jones defensive line immediately, but they could not contain McLaren.
They're doing a good job of making adjustments there, trying to find where they need to get without getting too far downfield. So it's good to see them make those adjustments instead of letting someone get right past them.
Breck Brady back in as that inline tight end. He's a matchup problem. Have to watch him. McLaren hands off to Kiefer to the left side. He's got room. Trying to cut back. He breaks a tackle. He's got the first down and more. A couple of times now we've seen some really advanced style offense getting the defense looking one way and then handing it off the other way.
And that one there, missed tackle. That's they're big. Bethany's big-sized, especially compared to these other teams that they've played. So they just got to make sure they're wrapping up that first time and it doesn't get to needing that second tackle or that assistance to bring them down.
6:30 to go in the first quarter. Griner comes across the formation into the slot on the near side. McLaren will fire this way for Weaver. He's got the catch, and he gets past Derek Templeton, showing the moves, and he is brought down just in front of the 50, and I believe it's going to be a horse collar tackle to add on more.
Yep, that's what it's looking like. You know, that's one of those penalties we talked about early. Is you just can't have that, especially with right now Bethany's offense being in control of this Jones defense. You can't let them have anything because you're having to fight to stay on top in this situation. So that one's definitely something that's they're shooting themselves in the foot with that.
Going to move him into Jones territory here. That time Weaver faced up Derek Templeton and put on the moves. 3 receivers to the left, to the right. It's an empty backfield. I haven't seen that yet from the Bethany offense. McLaren tried for a hard count, nothing going.
It's a great job by Jones there, staying locked in.
McLaren checking with the line and throwing some hand signals to his receivers. Now he'll look to pass. Now it's a draw up the middle. He's got room, and he is across the 30. Picks up enough to put him just shy of the first down, it looks like, is where they'll mark him down. Pickup of 9 that time on first down with the quarterback draw.
Bringing out Breck on this play there, which may be some good news for Jones to see.
We've seen him in the passing game catch that touchdown, but of course with that big size, he's like an extra offensive lineman for these run plays. 2nd and 1 from the 28 for Bethany. The running back is Teehee. Fake a handoff to him. They're trying to air it out now down the sideline. Incomplete, but flags fly. Likely going to be pass interference against Jones.
You know, that one's unfortunate. On that play right there, letting Bethany have that yardage when that was one that I don't believe was going to get caught. That's just an unfortunate draw right there.
Griner was the intended receiver. 1-on-1 outside there. That's going to put them in the red zone. Bethany threatening to go up 14-0 here in the early goings. 5:17 to go in the first quarter.
Don't put that in the universe, Zach.
I'm a professional. I've got to put it all out there.
Put that in the universe.
Kiefer back in the backfield now. On motion, but a timeout called here by Bethany. Second time they used a timeout on this drive on offense. But they're in the red zone here and threatening to score on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning.
Say I pulled him.
Ball at the 13-yard line and a 1st and 10 for Bethany, trying to score again. They're up 7-0 here against Jones. Jones defense trying to not break after bending a bit here. Fake a handoff to Kiefer and wrapped up immediately as McLaren. Hernandez was the first one there, but then Eli DeBusk helps clean it up. Snuffed that one out well.
Yes, and that was great. Speed off the snap there for Jones, too, making sure to get there quick and containing as soon and as fast as they could. Which was even more impressive as well, having Breck on that line there to sniff that one out and get there as fast as they could.
A lot of big bodies on the offensive line for Bethany. They ran the ball effectively here early, but a nice loss that time. Puts it to 2nd and 16 from the 20-yard line. McLaren will look to pass, throwing this one up to Breck Brady, and he can't haul that one in. Just a little too tall even for him.
You know, there's some pushing back there. Did y'all see that? We heard it up here.
Bring up 3rd and 16. This is a good opportunity for Jones. Again, Bethany's got a good kicker, so they could settle for 3 if they need to, but Jones trying to push him back even further if they can.
You know, they don't let their receivers get too deep. If they try to cut their routes off short, McLaren throws the ball very much in an upward trajectory, so if they can cut off those receivers' routes a little bit, they'll get on top a lot faster.
McLaren handoff to Kiefer to the right side, trying to get around the edge. He does, but he steps out of bounds. They'll mark him out at the 14-yard line, well short of the first down.
Jones is giving it a fight right here, which is good to see. Extending this game a little bit.
They bend but do not break. They'll force a kick try from Cody Martin, who put an extra point through earlier. Eli Mars is the holder. Martin kicks this one, and it is no good. So Jones' defense stands tall, forces a field goal attempt, and it's no good. The score remains 7-0. Back to the Jones offense when we come back on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Four minutes, 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Jones' defense forced a missed field goal try, and the offense will take back over. Trying to get on the board for the first time in this one. They gained a first down on their first possession, but then went 3 and out after that.
You know, that's the momentum change Jones was needing right here. So the offense really needs to come out and use it and make sure they get ahead of this, hopefully here in the rest of this first quarter.
All last drive, it was John Quay Johnson, the running back. To start this drive, it is Jose Taylor at the left hip of Asen Hansen. One receiver to each side. Hansen will take it himself, a design run. Not a whole lot there. May have lost a yard.
Man, and that Bethany defense was ruthless getting on Asen quickly, coming on quick. I can't see what number their nose is there.
It'll be 2nd and 11, a loss of 1 on the play. Jose Taylor still the running back. Same formation as the last time. Hansen fakes a run play, now throws this one up and just out of reach of Carlos Hardiman Jr. Had a one-on-one on the outside, liked the matchup, couldn't connect.
It's fun to see Jones try to open up those passing game opportunities, but that one's just wasn't going to do it. That matchup there was tough. He was kind of stuck underneath Bethany's defender there a little bit, so that one didn't work out.
They'll make it 3rd down and 11, trying to avoid a 3-and-out here after the defense held tall. They'll try to run a screen to Hardiman. Gets past the first defender, still trying to shift his feet. He's up just shy of the 30, not near the first down. It's going to be a couple of yards short of the first down at least.
It was a good design there. It had Bethany's secondary definitely confused. We saw him kind of look to the sideline for assistance. So if Jones can get plays in like that quickly, they'll see some productivity on offense for sure.
Azen Hansen was pleading his case to stay out on a 4th and 2 or a 4th and a long 1, but they'll bring out the punting unit.
Still a little soon for that one, especially with Bethany getting so close to scoring that second drive and, of course, scoring on the first drive. Definitely a smart call to go ahead and punt this one away.
Colson Lindsay out to punt it. It was a low snap. He picked it up off the ground. Decent punt. Weaver to return. Gets past the first couple of Jones defenders. And a herd of Longhorns will bring him down right at the 35. That's where Bethany will take over. They've been able to move the ball effectively, had points on their first possession, and a missed field goal try on their most recent.
Zach, I'm going to have to go down there and tell them to pull their jerseys down. I'm going to have to tell them. I can't see their numbers.
We'll do our best. I believe that nose tackle was 68 James Plummer, who made a nice play on defense.
I was trying to figure it out. I was going to give him a shout-out, but I couldn't tell.
McLaren and the Broncos offense back out there. Running back is Teehee. 5'10" running back. Splits carries with Wyatt Kiefer, who had the big run on that first possession. That's the difference in this game right now. McLaren looking to throw. He's pressured and down. Sacked in the backfield by Jesse Hernandez, who had an interception off a tip last week.
Uh-oh.
Accidentally knocked over the referee in celebration, trying to pick him up here.
I'm shocked there's not a flag on that one, I'm not going to lie.
Hernandez full of emotion that time. He sets Bethany behind the sticks, and nice to see the official seems to be okay. Ten-yard loss on that sack to make it 2nd and 20. Going to be a handoff here, and Hernandez again. A tackle for a loss, this time on Kiefer. Jesse Hernandez putting his stamp on this drive defensively.
He's playing with a lot of fight right now. They're just not picking him up as he comes across the line. So hopefully Jones can keep that up, and they're really going to capitalize on this defensive drive for them.
Could be tough after you stand tall in the red zone. Force a missed field goal, and the offense goes 3-and-out. You're right back out there as a defense, but this has not affected Jones so far. Hernandez with a couple of nice plays in a row to make this 3rd and 25.
They're almost just playing a little bit quicker, coming off the snap a lot quicker, which is not giving Bethany as much time to adjust on that line.
Griner was motioned out of the backfield there. There were some confusion late to get the motion going, and it caused a false start to back him up even more to 3rd and 30. Jones defense going to definitely want to get off the field here, just try to keep everything in front of them.
You know, they need to capitalize on mistakes like that. They need to use this penalty in their favor.
Hernandez, who's had the 2 big plays, is shadowing Breck Brady into the slot there, trying to take him away as the tight end. Empty backfield here. McLaren will look to throw. Now goes to run up the middle, trying to break it outside. Not much room there. A couple of Longhorns will bring him down. Luke DeBusk among them. Actually, I believe that was the pair of DeBusks that brought him down that time and will force a likely punt. Looks like McLaren, the quarterback, will also do the punting here. And Drew Thomas, who's shown some really good flashes as a punt returner, back around the logo to return. In the Week 0 game, he returned one for a touchdown, but it was brought back due to penalty. But he's got the skill. Nice punt here from McLaren, and Thomas will let it go. Takes a Bethany bounce all the way just shy of the 30. Multi-talented Brody McLaren there.
Yeah, that was a good punt.
Jones offense will take over here. Have had a tough time so far. 3 and out their last time. Just 1 first down picked up through the first 2 possessions. Out for the 3rd possession here. 18 seconds to go in the first quarter. Collier in motion behind the backfield. Hansen kept it, looked to throw initially. Now will look to take off. And he gets up to the 35. He was met there by Wyatt Kiefer, who we mentioned plays running back and linebacker for this Broncos team. So that'll be the end of the corner. Step aside for a second and be back on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors.
Back here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, and we will cut it to our sideline reporter, Peyton Davis, with our first report of the night.
Yeah, Bethany took a quick lead, scoring on their first drive in just 3 plays. They go up 7-0 with 10:56 left on the clock. The Jones defense picked up momentum with that stop in the red zone, and then this last drive of the quarter. But second quarter, I need to see the Longhorns protect the run game and just play cleaner defense overall. There's been a few too many penalties in a game that's sure to be close tonight.
Thank you, Peyton, for that update from the sideline, and we'll get back to her later on. As we go along in this game, Jones offense here with the start of the second quarter. It'll be a 2nd and 5 from the 36-yard line. Collier across the formation. Hansen looking to throw, fires wide open down the sideline. Evan Collier with a lot of room to run. He's to the 30, 1 man to beat, trying to cut it back. Putting on the wheels, looking for the end zone. He's down inside the 5.
Oh, no, there's a flag back here, Zach.
All the way back at the Jones 40-yard line. We'll have to wait and see what this call is. But right now, it looks like they're heading back.
Oh, that's brutal. That was a great play there by Jones. It's always exciting to see Collier get in there and make a play like that.
An eligible man downfield.
Oh, dadgum.
May have been somewhat of an RPO, and the offensive lineman was in the mode of run blocking. So that penalty will bring them all the way back. They would have been right around the 1 or 2 yard line.
And Evan did a great job of using speed and a little bit of agility there down at the end to get as close as he could. But, you know, it's coming back. So hopefully they can run something again and see some success like they did with that first play there.
So they'll replay 2nd down. It'll be 2nd and 10. Ball at the 31-yard line. See what Jones can draw up here. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. At the bottom of your screen, that's Hunter Purvis. Tons of speed with him. Collier in motion this way to the near side. Hansen looked that way, now throws it to the middle. It's a screen for John Quay Johnson. Trying to put on the wheels. He's got a first down.
They don't need a miracle play. They just need first downs, and he made sure to take care of that right there. So that was a great play for Jones.
Really nice job by Hanson to sell it, looking to the right side where the motion was, and then turn back and find John Quay Johnson right there in the middle of the field. Makes it a 1st and 10 from the 43. Jones trying to drive and put their first points on the board. Johnson still the running back at the left hip of Hanson. Now he'll go to the right in motion. And that pass is knocked down. That was Breck Brady coming off the edge.
Got a wingspan there to get out there and almost catch that ball there. It was a little bit nerve-wracking.
It's another design screen for Johnson, but Brady able to blow that one up. Reminiscent of Andrew Van Ginkel in the NFL, who blows up screens like that all the time coming off the edge. You think having an NFL dad helps out to read plays like that?
I think it may help with size. I don't know if necessarily reading. I think he can thank his pops for some of the size he's got there.
Collier, or McDowd Hardiman with the catch. Collier was trying to throw the block. Hardiman gets out of bounds. That'll make it 3rd and medium, around 3rd and 6 or so. We'll see where they spot it. 11 minutes to go here in the second quarter. It'll be 3rd and 7. Jones to the line pretty quick here. 2 receivers to each side. Trying to move the sticks and get into Bethany territory. In a motion into an empty backfield here as Johnson makes it trips to the right. Hanson looks that way, fires to the slant. It's Ace Guthrie, and he has been a rack machine here in these first couple of weeks.
Young guy, too, and played quarterback most of his football career in middle school up to now. He's got a great IQ on offense because of playing quarterback, and I think it makes him a huge weapon on offense here as a receiver.
Had 2 plays just like that last week where he caught a slant in the middle of the field and then fought for extra yardage. That one picks up the first down, and they'll go quickly again. Johnson takes a delayed handoff. He's got a nice hole up to the left side, now showing off the speed, trying to cut it to the outside. John Quay Johnson will go all the way.
There we go. That's what Jones needed right there. Had some shiftiness there as he's trying to get up the field, so that was great to see, and a way to just turn that play into a miracle play really right there. That's amazing.
That is the exact type of back that John Quay Johnson is. He is so quick and shifty. He's got really good vision, I've noticed, through the last couple of weeks to find those holes.
You know, all I've watched has been, of course, from streams and film, and it's something else to see how he can produce on offense in person.
We're going for 2 here. Hanson rolls out to the right, looking to throw, and he does pop it into Hunter Purvis for 2, and Jones will take the lead. John Quay Johnson with a big-time touchdown run and the 2-point try to give the Longhorns an 8-7 lead. We'll be back on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Ace Guthrie with that big 3rd down reception to move the sticks, and then John Quay Johnson breaks it off for a long touchdown run. That scoring recap brought to you by Jones Nutrition, bringing you the best smoothies and energizing drinks in town, and they're proud supporters of Jones Athletics. You can find them at 9244 Hiawassee Suite 400.
Those are my people right there. Jones Nutrition is my jam.
The Bethany return unit late to get out here onto the field. But Jones able to take advantage. They had not gotten much of anything on offense through their first few possessions, and that time they were able to find something that clicked, mixing the pass and run. And even added the 2-point try to take the lead, a 1-point lead with 10:33 to go in the first half.
You know, they went pretty quick there after scoring to get in that 2 points, so, you know, of course it gives them momentum here and hopefully a little bit of confidence as they go into their next drive on offense.
Colson Lindsay kicks this one off. A shorter kick. It'll be fielded around the 20. And that's where they'll be wrapped up at about the 25. Nice coverage from the kickoff unit that time.
It's a pretty intense swarm of Longhorns there on quick.
It's exactly what you want if you're a football coach. You want to see all those white helmets around the football. So Bethany on that for their first drive again, we'll remind you, went 90 yards in just 3 plays for a touchdown, but about 80 of those yards was on one run from Wyatt Kiefer. They moved the football a little bit on their second possession, but stalled out, missed a field goal, and since then, the Jones defense has stood strong. We'll see if that momentum stays on Jones' side. McLaren faked the handoff, trying to throw to the middle of the field, and it is not there. A little overthrown for Griner. Him and the Bethany home crowd wants a flag there. Not called. It was Drew Thomas, the safety in coverage. Bethany has not been afraid to take some shots in the passing game, even though the run game has been their bread and butter. It's another similarity kind of between them and the Jones team. Jones moves the ball a lot running the ball, but then they'll take their shots.
And that's one thing that I think really benefits Jones is there's not a ton of teams in their district that match so well as far as having a diversified offense. So it's good to play Bethany early on.
Handoff for Kiefer trying to break it up the middle, and he fights for a 1-yard gain, and really that could have been a couple of yard loss, but that's credit to Wyatt Kiefer right there. Going to make it 3rd and 9. Jones defense with another chance to get off the field here. One receiver to the right, 2 to the left, with Brady at that tight end spot. Checking the sideline here are the Broncos offense. McLaren will check something with his line.
They're going to have to call.
Play clock got down to 1, and Bethany burns their last time out of the first half. We'll step away for just a moment and be back on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Zach Reynolds, Tessa Durrell back with you on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Bethany facing a 3rd and 9 here out of the timeout. McLaren will look to throw, looking towards that left side. Pump fakes, had some pressure, rolling out. There's a flag on the play, and Eli DeBusk will bring him down near the sideline. This flag likely to be holding. Jones can decline it if they want to. And is going to be holding on the Bethany offense, and Jones does decline it to bring up 4th down.
Jones has really turned around the momentum here in this second quarter, which is something, of course, they needed to do being down, but it'll be interesting to see how they can kind of carry that momentum throughout the rest of this quarter, and hopefully into the second half they can stay on top.
9:26 to go in the half. Longhorns with an 8-7 lead, and they'll get the ball back here. Drew Thomas back to return the punt. McLaren will punt it away for Bethany. This kick kind of off the side of his foot, but it's going to take a roll and hit out of bounds.
Oh, they need to quit that extracurricular over there.
There's a flag in the middle of the field. The ball went out at the 36.
Yeah, maybe on some of this extracurricular activity that was going on. I don't know. He picked it up. That's something you really can't do if you're Jones, especially in that moment. We're just talking about how they have the momentum. Those are momentum-killing situations there whenever you take penalties like that. But that'll be on.
Yeah, looked like unsportsmanlike against Jones was the signal, and that'll mark them back 15 yards So they could have started at the 36. Instead, they'll start at the 21.
And unsportsmanlike is a controllable, so I know that's something that coach will be talking about at halftime.
Jones found something that worked on their last offensive possession, marched down the field and scored, aided by a long touchdown run from John Quay Johnson. He's the running back again. Still plenty of time here in the half to march down. Hansen surveys, trying to step up, and he's going to be met in the middle.
Oh, and they still threw him.
That was Marcos Lopez coming off the edge inside to clean that up. Made the first hit on Hansen.
There's not many options on that one right there. Nothing that Asen could have done. So we'll see what they come up with here for this next play.
Makes it 2nd and 13. Looking towards the sideline for the play here. Hansen moves Johnson from his left hip to his right hip. Looking to throw. Has time in the pocket. Now will step up and take off. Hansen showing off the speed. He's across the 30. He's got the first down. Lots of room to keep going to the 50 where he'll step out of bounds across it into Bethany territory.
You know, Jones finds themselves in situations when trying to open up those gaps there for Asen.
We got a flag here after the play.
Uh-oh.
The head official, as he was marching up to where the ball would be placed, threw a flag. Going to be unsportsmanlike this time against the Broncos. And that'll bring Jones from just inside Bethany territory to well inside Bethany territory.
This game's going to have a lot of passion behind it, so there's going to be, it seems like it's getting chippy down there on that field. But as I was saying, you can see how the gaps have gotten kind of narrow amongst the offensive line, not leaving Asen very many options when it comes to developing and establishing his running abilities. And that time they capitalized on creating that gap for him to run through. So. And, of course, it worked because he's got speed on his side.
All the way up to the Bethany 30-yard line for a 1st and 10 with 8:25 to go in the half. 2 receivers to each side. Johnson's the running back. Collier comes in motion behind the backfield. Going to be a handoff for John Quay Johnson, getting skinny up the middle, and he's got room again, trying to break to the outside. He's dragging a defender all the way up near the 10. Talk about the shiftiness. That time he showed off the power of the legs.
He's got strength. He keeps his legs moving at all times, and that's something that over the years I've seen on my dad's offenses that you really need in your running back. You can put a lot of trust in him as long as he just keeps moving.
Quickly, another handoff to Johnson. A big hole, cutting it outside. He is up to around the 6 or 7 yard line. The Jones offense saw something they liked that time. They moved quickly, snapped it quickly. They're lining up rather quickly again here. Same formation. Another handoff for Johnson up the middle. Big hole from the offensive line. Ball comes out at the end. He may have been down already. He's just shy of the goal line inside the 5. It looked from my angle, granted, far away here, that he was already down before the ball came out.
Looks like the referees are saying he was down as well.
Jose Taylor checks into the game again. Seems every time I see him on the field, I mention how small in stature he is, but I also always mention that he is in there as a power back.
Love to see him play. He's one of my favorite people to watch on this Jones offense.
They'll give a handoff to him here, cuts it outside, breaks a tackle. Jose Taylor for the score.
And that's part of why. That would be part of why he's one of my favorite people to watch. He's so explosive, and you don't always expect it coming from him, and I think he's a great weapon for the Jones offense to throw off that Bethany defensive front.
The Longhorns take a lead 14-7, and Colson Lindsay on to try the extra points. Extra point is up. It was a low kick, but it goes through. That's all that matters. Jones leads 15-7 with 7:13 to go in the first half after a touchdown run from Jose Taylor on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way.
A couple of big runs from John Quaid Johnson again, but then it's Jose Taylor that finishes it off with a touchdown run to the right side. That scoring recap brought to you by Jones Nutrition and 9244 Hiawassee Suite 400. Check them out on social media or just stop in and say hi. They're very friendly people there in the Jones community, and they're proud supporters of Jones Athletics. Jones started slow, but they are firing on all cylinders now, leading 15-7 as Colson Lindsay kicks this one off. Weaver receives it, trying to break it to the outside. He's got some room, showing off the juke, cutting it back into the middle, and he is just shy of the 45 before Chip Rogers tracks him down. So good starting field position here for the Bethany Broncos, but they're kind of the opposite. They had such a hot start on offense, and they've slowed down a little bit. This Jones defense is locked in.
Hit a bit of a lull there.
Good field position here, though, and 7 minutes and 5 seconds still to go in the half. Plenty of time to get on the board again here in the first half. Try to right the wrongs of the last couple of possessions. McLaren hands it off, up the middle run. Nothing there. Favorable spot will put them at the 50, so pickup of a yard. Or not the 50, the 45, excuse me. Pickup of a yard that time for Kiefer, the Jones defensive front right there.
You know, that Jones defensive front was looking okay to start the game, but now they're just moving a little bit quicker off the snap, and I think that's what's kind of turned this game around for them defensively.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left at the bottom of your screen. McLaren fires to the right, and Drew Thomas is right there and rustling down the receiver, able to fight for a couple of yards, but will bring up 3rd and long.
That was a dogfight right there to bring him down, but he stayed locked in, wrapped up, and got that tackle there.
Drew Thomas has played a really nice safety through the first few games here for the Longhorns. Had an interception in week 0 and an interception last week in week 1. And a nice tackle that time in the open field. Makes it 3rd and 6. McLaren fires, and right at the first down marker, they've got a catch for the first down before Cade Templeton slings him out of bounds.
Cade's playing with some grit out there. Of course, you know, the reception there gives him the yards for the first down, but he's wrapping up quick and finding them quick, which is something good to see out of Cade Templeton.
So after a couple of 3-and-outs, they move the sticks here, does the Bethany offense. Into Jones territory, up to the 43. Derek Templeton in press coverage here on the near side. Handoff for Kiefer to the right. Not much there. Flag flies in at the bottom of the play. See what the flag is here. It was the sideline official who threw it. And they're going to pick it up.
Yeah. I was going to say I wasn't sure what that one was.
Kiefer got back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. It'll be 2nd and 10. They'll bring in Tahi to spare Wyatt Kiefer. He's in the backfield, lined up behind the quarterback, McLaren. McLaren throws to the left, a little high. It's caught. Slipping a tackle is Griner. Breaks another one. And he is able to pick up positive yardage. It'll make it 3rd and short after that. Likely should have been a loss. Multiple Longhorns got arms on him.
But it looks like he may be have gotten twisted up there.
Griner made that catch and fought for those yards. He's now at the sideline. It'll be 3rd down. And 4 yards to go.
Flag flag already.
A flag as soon as the play is snapped. This one's aired up towards the end zone and too far. You see a snap as soon as, or a flag as soon as it's snapped. It's usually something in the procedurals of the offense. We'll see. And
sure was.
It is going to be likely a illegal formation, they'll say. So that'll make it 3rd and long once more, 3rd and 9.
Sense some frustration among that offense right there. You can see they seem to be getting a little frustrated with each other.
McLaren in the offense looking towards the sideline. 4:49 to go in the first half. Longhorns lead 15-7 after a slow start. Broncos have drove into Jones territory but are now backed up at 3rd and 9. Press coverage from both the Templetons at corner here. McLaren looking to throw. Throws this one up towards the left side. Too far, but a flag comes in.
Oh, man.
Likely to be PI. I thought that one may have been uncatchable, but the referee throws the flag as Templeton didn't get his head around.
Yes, especially with field position. I didn't see contact as he went out there to catch that ball, so that one's just interesting. It must have been before the ball was fully out, I guess.
So that will give Bethany life here towards the end of the first. End of the first half, I should say. Derek Templeton, they're having a conversation with the referee about what he needs to do to avoid that penalty in the future. That will move the sticks for Bethany. They're up to the 32-yard line here with a fresh set of downs. Brick Brady usually set as a tight end out here wide at the bottom of your screen, lined up with Templeton. McLaren, though, looking towards the middle of the field, fires and has a man with room to run. That's Griner trying to break for the end zone. He's tough to bring down, we've seen, and he is down right at the 1 or 2 yard line. McLaren found him up the seam with plenty of room to run after the catch. Be 1st and goal here for the Broncos, and they're lining up pretty quickly. Looks like Wyatt Kiefer's going to take a direct snap here. And before he can do that, Jones is going to take a timeout. It'll be their first timeout of the half, and we'll step away for just a second on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
.431 to go in the first half. And the Broncos on the doorstep of scoring again here. Goal to go at the 2 yard line. They had a play set up where Wyatt Kiefer would take a direct snap, and Jones didn't like the look, called the timeout to talk it over as a defense. We know Kiefer's a tough runner. And again, set up, likely to take a direct snap here. Kiefer has it, runs to the left side, and slips in for the touchdown. So that'll make it 15-13, and we'll see if Kiefer, you can see their coaches putting up the 2 to go for 2 quickly here to try to tie it at 15 apiece.
Let's see, hopefully Jones will make a stop here on that one.
It'll be at the far hash, the right hash.
Griner's back out there too.
He's really helped him in the receiving game. A couple of big plays on this drive set him up for that Kiefer touchdown run. Kiefer again takes the direct snap. He's looking to throw, fires, and dropped. That was Griner, I believe. He was open, but couldn't haul it in, so it remains a Jones 2-point lead, 15-13 on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Back on the Oklahoma Sports Network, Jones Longhorns lead 15-13. After a Wyatt Kiefer touchdown run, they could not complete the 2-point try to tie it up at 15 apiece, so Jones remains with a slight lead, and they'll get the football back with 4:27 to go in the first half.
Jones needed that right there just to try to keep on to any little bit of momentum they had, especially with halftime coming up so quick. They really needed that right there.
Cody Martin's kick is shallow one, fielded by Purvis. Up the middle, has a hole. Hunter Purvis showing off the speed, trying to break to the outside now. Purvis across the 50. Purvis will return this one all the way back for a touchdown. Just like that, Jones strikes back.
Coach Vandiver's getting after it over there on that sideline. He's pretty hyped about that one. Talk about a momentum change and grab it onto as much as you can going into half. Jones needed that right there, and capitalizing on that opportunity. He had space. We saw it. Just to use that speed and to really read the field and see what was open for him was all he needed to do. So he took care of business right there on that one.
Colson Lindsay on for the extra point. Boy, how's that for an answer?
Yes, we were talking about it. They needed to take care and create some momentum in their favor, and that's the best way to do it right there.
Lindsay's extra point is right down the middle. Jones leads 22-13. 4:14 to go in the half on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Jones Longhorns and Hunter Purvis with the kick return touchdown to put them up 22-13. Nice, quick, and simple scoring recap that time. Brought to you by Jones Nutrition at 9244 Hiawassee Suite 400. Tessa Durrell approved, Jones Nutrition.
Very much so. Very much Tessa Durrell approved. You can even get the Miss Oklahoma tea if you go. And it's my favorite tea there. Fun fact.
I wonder why.
I wonder why.
Well, Colson Lindsay and the Jones kickoff unit going to try to avoid this same fate that the Bethany kickoff unit just had. Lindsay kicks this one away. They've got a good returner as well. It's Weaver on the far side trying to break it back to the inside. He's got room as well. And he is tripped up just enough to get him out of bounds at the 40, but another good return. He's had several tonight.
Yes, and he's so quick that Jones can't get that tackle on him quite soon enough, or they're not wrapping up enough to keep him from getting through. A lot of the tackles on him have been made, ankle grabs, leg grabs, or just simply pushing him out of bounds like that. So he does a great job on the return.
A nice return from him last time was what set them up with nice field possession, and they marched down the field and scored to make their deficit only 2 points for a very short time thanks to Hunter Purvis and that kick return touchdown. 4:07 to go in the half. McLaren looking to throw. Fires this one up. Looking for Weaver, the return man and lead receiver, but that was Derek Templeton draped in coverage. Step for step along the sideline that time.
I don't see that long ball being something that Bethany favors in most situations. It's not worked many a times, but Jones is doing a great job of locking down and making sure that that's not an option for Bethany anymore after that first drive.
A couple of times they've gotten penalties from it, but other than that, they've not been able to move the ball with the long pass, but they're not afraid to keep going to it, which I admire. Kiefer up the middle, met by the line, including Michael Renfro in there, Dorian Wiley as well.
Some people I don't want to meet at the line. I would not want to see lined up across from me.
Dorian Wiley starting to get attention from colleges to play at the next level, and that's only going to continue as the season goes along. He's a guy that can line up inside over the ball, can also line up on the edge. He's versatile. Jones going to take a timeout here defensively. 3:41 to go in the first half on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Third and 9 out of the timeout. The Jones defense trying to get the ball back for their offense with time still left in the first half to score again. Trying to build on their lead. McLaren is pressured. He loses the football. Jones trying to fight for it in the pile. Dorian Wiley trying to break it away. Either way, it's going to bring up a fourth down.
I don't know.
Bethany got back on the ball, but it'll make it fourth down anyway and bring out the punting units. Pressure got there quickly that time. Drew Thomas back to return. Saw the Hunter Purvis kickoff return for a touchdown. Drew Thomas, a dangerous punt returner in his own right. McLaren rolls out to the right. Now will line drive kick this one. Thomas has it. Up the middle, has some room to run. To the far sideline and out of bounds. Just shy of the 45, but across the 40. Decent starting field possession for Jones with 3 minutes and a second left in the half. Try to get more points on the board where they lead 22-13 already. They'll start from the 42-yard line. Mason Hansen and the offense back out here.
I'm curious to see what they come up with, especially with it. What is it, 3 minutes left in this half right now? We'll see what they lean to do right now.
Collier across the formation to the far side. Hansen looked to throw that way. Now pauses, will roll out right, fires to the middle of the field. Ace Guthrie with room to run. Guthrie fighting and breaking tackles. It's going to take 3 Broncos to bring him down. He's up to the 25-yard line.
He's fun to watch on this Jones offense. Him coming up and one, he's pretty tall, so that makes a nice target for Asen to find, but his strength when he's running, he's not giving up when he makes contact with the defender. He just keeps going.
All the way up to the 26 is where they spotted officially already. Hansen looking to throw again towards the middle of the field. Not there. He'll roll out left. Now has to try to step up, and he is sacked for a loss back around the 30. Good coverage that time from the Bethany defense. That's a coverage sack. Jones will take a timeout to stop the clock at 2:34 to go in the half. It looked like the official had called a timeout for Jones, but now we're getting a hold on the Bethany defense. I now see the flag there around the 10-yard line.
Bethany fans not very happy about that one there.
So that'll give a fresh set of downs and move them up. So what could have had them back at the 30, instead, because a hold in the secondary, has them up into the red zone. Johnson out of the backfield to the right side. They'll throw that way. It's Hunter Purvis. Gets past the first defender, trying to spin away, still on his feet. Takes a big hit stick. He's across the 15.
He had a swarm of Bethany defenders on him pretty fast there. Made it tough. He's trying to spin out, but just too many people on him.
Only picked up a couple of yards on that play. It was an impressive couple of yards. Jose Taylor in the backfield now for the Longhorns for a 2nd and 8. Hansen throws it out to him. He's got blockers. Jose Taylor trying to tiptoe the sideline. He's inside the 10, just shy of the 5. Impressive balance tiptoeing that sideline there for a couple of extra yards.
He's so impressive in what he can do when he has the football. Loved getting to see him. We didn't really see him, or I don't, of course I wasn't here for the first couple of games last year, but seeing him in the tail end of the season, it was fun to see him grow, and now this year he's a great weapon.
He's still in there at the left tip of Hansen for 1st and goal from the 6. Trips to the left side. Jose Taylor with the handoff up the middle, pushing through.
Oh, he's in.
And they'll call him down at the 1.
Ooh.
It looked like he was dragged into the end zone before a knee was down, but the official's call is that he's down at the 1-yard line, and the offense will go quickly.
Well, and he's got him awful close, and honestly, I mean, it takes more time, so maybe that's beneficial for the Jones offense.
This time Hansen keeps it. Breaks through the first arm tackle. He'll spin into the end zone for a touchdown. Jones scores again before the half. And now they've got a commanding lead here at the end of the first half.
You know, that just allows Jones to go in a little bit more comfortably at halftime. Of course, not a ton of comfort knowing that Bethany always has the opportunity to come back and put themselves in a position to win the game, but it does let them take a step back and maybe do some deeper evaluation of what's going on without so much pressure on them.
Colson Lindsay kicks the extra points. It's through to make it 29-13 Longhorns with 1:22 to go in the second quarter. Kiefer will have a chance to answer with a 2-minute drill when we come back on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Asen Hansen with a touchdown run from the 1-yard line. after some nice runs from Jose Taylor. Got them down in position. And a penalty against Bethany to move the sticks. That scoring recap brought to you by Jones Nutrition. Lindsay, a line drive kick this time. Rolls and is picked up by Weaver around the 20, trying to break to this near side again. He's got some room, tries to go back inside. It's the kicker, Lindsay, who brings him down at the 36. $1:15 to go in the half. And the Bethany offense will have to go from the 36 to try to get points ahead of halftime. They're down 29-13 after they started this game hot. And Jones started slowly. The Jones team, really just the whole team, the whole unit from offense to defense, especially special teams with that kick return touchdown, has been firing on all cylinders since about midway through that first quarter. McLaren catches the low snap, looking to throw, has plenty of time in the pocket, fires and has Grenier at the sideline. Nice pitch and catch that time.
Yeah. You know, as you were saying, Jones has kind of turned it around here, and that's a great mindset test for the Longhorns to make sure that they're able to stay locked in and understand that they can turn it around at any given second. That's something that's important to learn early on in the season.
They got exactly 10 yards on that play to move the sticks. They don't have any timeouts. They've wasted them all earlier on in the half.
It was early.
On plays that got kind of down to the end of the play clock, and they had to burn the timeouts. Got out of bounds on that play, though, to stop the clock at 1:10. McLaren rolling out. He's pressured. DeBusk got on him, and he's able to throw it away at the feet of Kiefer out there to avoid an intentional grounding call. But Luke DeBusk coming in like a heat-seeking missile like usual.
There's quite a bit of conflict going on amongst the quarterback with the line. I think he really wanted to come towards us here on this left side. Breck Brady was completely open on that, but of course he was forced to his right with a hole in the line. So I can see the frustration maybe he's feeling, understanding that this offense, he's not in fully control of his offense right now.
2nd and 10 with 1:03 to go. McLaren looking to throw quickly again. Throws this one up, and there's going to be a flag there. It was Derek Templeton who grabbed onto the arm of Damian Aguilar there. Templeton has been called for a couple of penalties in coverage. That's going to put Bethany into Jones territory with 58 seconds to go. The throw was over Aguilar's head, but Templeton grabbed the arm there at the last second at what they determined to be the catch point, and you're going to get called for that.
You have to be smart there, especially when you're already being looked at as there's eyes on him right now with as many PIs as he's had called on him tonight. So he's really got to take control and fix some of his issues there.
McLaren looking that way again, and he's going to be sacked. Luke DeBusk on the spot, comes in and hits him.
He's fun to watch, isn't he? I mean, fired up off the snap there and ready to go.
Clock will continue to tick. Under 40 seconds to go now. Again, they don't have any timeouts. They're trying to line up quickly here. And they snapped the ball before the receiver on the far side, Aguilar, was set.
Luke DeBusk is hyped up out there.
He's an animal in the best sense of the word when it comes to football.
And a little bit of a timeout there, it looks like.
See, it looks like maybe Jones called that timeout, so we'll keep it here, though, just near the end of the half. That sack proves to be big. Forced them to get up to the line quickly, which forces a penalty. They're at the 49-yard line on 2nd and 20. So they got 49 yards to go to try to score before the end of the half with only 32 seconds and no timeouts to go for the Bethany offense.
Already back out here. Already getting ready to come back out.
Luke DeBusk, in many ways, the captain of that defense, that Jones defense, had that sack there. Looked like he was in kind of a spiral or maybe came off of his coverage to get McLaren when he had to take off out of the pocket. Two receivers to each side. McLaren looking to pass. Has pressure again. Will step up away. Now he's just going to run. He's got a lot of room. Has some blockers. But Eli DeBusk able to clean him up and bring him down. Got back just a couple yards shy of the original line of scrimmage. It'll be third down and around 12 yards. Make it 3rd and 13. The clock continues to tick. There's only 10 seconds left. They snap the ball. McLaren has some time. Now we'll have to try to escape pressure. He's brought down again. Luke DeBusk once more.
Luke is on fire right now, really taking control of this defense and doing a great job of it, coming off fast.
DeBusk puts an end to the first half. A slow start, but that didn't stop Jones from putting up 29 points in the first half. They lead 29-13 here as we head to halftime. And before we head into the break, we will once again head down and send it to Peyton Davis, our sideline reporter, for her thoughts on the first half.
It has been 12 minutes controlled by the Longhorn offense. Started off with a huge run by Jones to start the quarter. That penalty was followed up with a nice drive and a 2-point conversion for the Longhorns to take the lead 8-7. Another fantastic drive by the Longhorns, taking it down to the 30 with 8:25 left. Results in a touchdown by Jose Taylor, and then probably my favorite play of the game so far, a kickoff return by Hunter Purvis that puts Jones up 22-13. Guys, this offense, the sideline, the fans have definitely come alive this quarter. Right now the score might be 29-13, but I don't see anything slowing down for Jones anytime soon.
Well, thank you to Peyton for that kind of recap of the first half. And again, she mentions there at the end, but I feel like I mention it every week, but I feel like I have to. The Jones crowd just travels so well. Bethany's got a big crowd here. This feels like a playoff game.
Yes, and as I said before, there's a little bit of a rivalry that's built up between Bethany and Jones, playing pretty much every year. Started whenever I was in high school, and a size rivalry as well, with Bethany being 4A, I believe, and then Jones being 2A. But you always go out there with a little bit of a chip on your shoulder, wanting to prove that you can beat these bigger schools and these bigger teams. So Jones has always really enjoyed it, and it's not too far of a drive for these fans to come out here and support some Longhorn football.
Jones Longhorns with a 29-13 lead at halftime over the Bethany Broncos. Come back for the second half to see if Jones can hold on. Zach Reynolds, Tessa Durrell back with you on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Moments away from the start of the second half. The Longhorns lead 29-13 on the road against the Bethany Broncos. And Tessa, they start with the ball here in the second half.
Yes, and right now I'm just hoping Jones keeps momentum from that first half. We saw them turn things around rather quickly after that first drive Bethany scored on. So we'll see if Jones just has carried that through the halftime into this next quarter. And what they can do with it.
Advertised a good game for you earlier on, and we've got it so far. And another whole half of great football to play here, and again, a beautiful night for football. Friday Night Lights.
Feels like fall outside. We were talking about it maybe being a little toasty there that first quarter or so, but I would say that didn't last very long. It's really nice out now.
Cody Martin to kick it away for Bethany. Hunter Purvis already a kick return touchdown in this game. Back to return. This one's a line drive that skips to Purvis. He'll field it inside the 10. Trying to go up the middle. He's up to the 30. Breaking some arm tackles, and a couple of Broncos drag him down right around the 33-yard line.
He moves up that field fast. Uh-oh. Oh, he's up. Just kidding.
He didn't play, a ton last year. Played some at wide receiver, but wasn't necessarily one of the receivers out there every time. But when he was out there, you could see that speed on display, and he's getting to use it a lot more this season, taking a step up in the offense. And that was one of the questions coming into the year for Jones, is they lost a lot of experience at receiver, guys like Chase Pitts and Creighton Jones. Of course, Riley Ellison, the big tight end, playing D1 football now. But all these guys have had a little bit of experience, but now they've taken some extra big roles, guys like Hardiman and Purvis.
And, of course, some young guys that they're seeing help from, like Ace Guthrie. A lot of people have really stepped up.
Collier here gets the pass from Hanson, and the ball comes out. Bethany trying to jump on it, and they've got it.
It's unfortunate right there. It looks like he got hit maybe with a helmet. Right on the ball.
That's the way the defensive coaches teach it, and it pays off for Bethany. Jones had a chance to go down the field and really potentially put this one away early with a big lead, and instead Bethany forces a turnover, and they've got good field position to get right back into this game just underway in the second half.
I just take that for Evan Collier there. Earlier on in the game, he had that great play, great catch and run, but, of course, got called back with a penalty, so I hate that for him right there.
McLaren looking to throw, and it's too high, intended for his receiver, Eli Mars. Tried to throw kind of a slant there. It was over his head. Or if they'll go back to the running game, which has worked better for them in this game. That's where they got that first touchdown, a long run from Wyatt Kiefer. Set them up for a touchdown. But they got down a little bit early in that first half and had a result of throwing the ball a lot in that second quarter, especially when time was trickling down and they didn't have timeouts. Started the second half off with a pass there, incomplete, so it's 2nd and 10. Another pass here, and that's a miscommunication there. Kiefer trying to run around out of the backfield, bumps into McLaren as he throws the football. So the miscommunication will make it 3rd and 10.
Looked a little bit like earlier when Breck about got his hand on a pass.
So the Jones defense trying to help out their offense, who coughed up the football, and give it right back to them. They can force a 3 and out here. Third and 10 here from the 43. Kiefer in motion to the right side. McLaren looking to throw. Has to pump fake. Now will step up. Dorian Wiley gets his hands on him. It'll be 4th down right around the 40.
Man, that was a gnarly tackle right there.
Down 29 to... Sorry, go ahead.
McLaren seems fine, though. He doesn't seem rung up about it one bit.
And it looks like him and the offense are going to stay out there. Down 29 to 13, even this early in the second half. Only a half to play. Bethany's getting aggressive here. It'll be 4th and 4. Actually looks closer to 4th and 5 or 4th and 6. It says 4th and 4 on the scoreboard. Ball's at the 40-yard line. Griner out of the backfield. He'll catch it on the right side, and he has stood up immediately. Who else but Luke DeBusk?
I don't know about that one. He may not be as well. He's up. He's up.
Hernandez out there as well. He's had a big-time game on the defensive side, and just like that, Jones forces a turnover on downs. How does that feel as an offense? You know, your dad's an offensive coach. How does that feel for him, watching his defense have his offenses back after they had a turnover?
You know, there's been years I've seen my dad have teams where it constantly feels like a chase on offense. You've got to always stay a step ahead, of course, because you're worried about what's going to happen with the defense. But this year there's a lot of trust in that defense of what they can do, the stops they can make, big plays. So I think there's just a little bit more ease and comfort with, of course, wanting his offense to produce, but understanding that they don't always have to be in constantly a chase mode.
John Quay Johnson gets a run there. He's had a nice game, but he was dropped immediately at the line of scrimmage that time for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Ace Guthrie checks back into the game. He's had a couple of catches in this one. Seems like every time he catches it, too, he gets yards after the catch. He'll be to the right side of the formation at the bottom of your screen with Hunter Purvis. Guthrie's there in the slot. Johnson motions that way. They'll throw it this way for Hunter Purvis. Trying to slip a tackle, and he does, but then is tripped up from behind. That's going to be a loss on the play. Snuffed out nicely by the Bethany defense.
Yes, they were on that one quick. They were on that fast. You could see it almost develop, but, of course, Bethany got on top of it really quickly.
Purvis slipped the first tackle, but then Malachi Chapman cleaned it up. Hansen throws out to Hardiman. Looking for a screen there. He's going to pick up some yardage, but not enough for a first down. Brings it right up to the 50-yard line. And it'll be 4th down. Jones offense sticking out there as of right now. They're quick to the line. About 4th and 5 here. They're at the 50, need to get to the 55. Johnson, the running back, at the right hip of Hansen. 2 receivers to each side. Could be a big play here early in the second half. And it's going to be a pooch punt. Bounces across the 30. We'll take a couple of bounces and stop at the 19-yard line. So they wanted to avoid the possibility of a return where Bethany's been good in this game. And Hansen flipped the field that time. Bethany back out on offense. Jones defense forced a 3-and-out or 4-and-out, a turnover on downs. Just moments ago, their first possession of the half. We'll see if they can continue to play well on the defensive side and hold Bethany.
This is looking to be more defensive heavy this half so far, so we'll see if that holds true on this drive right here.
Trips to the right at the top of your screen. McLaren looking to throw. Fires to the middle of the field for Breck Brady, too tall for the 6'6" tight end. Got a couple of defenders there in coverage, too.
You know, that's a constant issue for this offense. Bethany has a lot of chances. They're just not quite lined up as far as how far that ball is going over a receiver's head.
8:50 to go in the third quarter. And going to have flags here. It's going to be a false start on Bethany. That'll back him up to 2nd and 15.
Here we go.
Nothing but passes so far in the second half here early for Bethany, down by 16 points.
Seems like maybe they're trying to conserve some clock here to try to get it back.
Run here for Kiefer. He's got a big hole. He's up to the 25 and is brought down shy of the 30. Hernandez and Derek Templeton in on the tackle, but a big pickup there. Has him near the first down marker. And he might have got there, and he did.
Yeah, he made up a lot of ground on that one right there.
Makes it 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Offensive line did a good job that time, springing a hole for Wyatt Kiefer. The he now spells him in the backfield. They'll throw it to the near side, in and out of the hands of Griner. He's been one of their best receivers today. Couldn't hold that one in.
It almost looked like he didn't expect it. He didn't have his chest to the ball.
Got on him in a hurry, so it'll be 2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
I've missed hearing the bands, Zach. That's one of my favorite parts of high school football.
Big-time atmosphere here in this game. We talked about it just before halftime. Feels like a playoff game. This one is going to be broken up. That's Derek Templeton. Had a chance to pick that one off. He broke nicely on that route.
I thought he was going to have that one.
2 incompletions in a row, including really good coverage that time from Templeton. Makes it 3rd and 10. Defense trying to get off the field again. Throwing 3 passes on this drive for incompletions, but a 15-yard run from Kiefer gave them a first down. 8:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 10 from the 29. McLaren will look to throw, looking towards that left side to the middle of the field, knocked away again, and a flag comes in. It was Derek Templeton who knocked it, but
not sure who those are.
Templeton not happy with seeing the flags.
I feel like he knows they're on him.
So the Broncos will move the sticks with that penalty. It'll be pass interference on Derek Templeton. Griner across the formation, handoff for Kiefer, and he is brought down immediately. TFL for Dorian Wiley.
That's a name, of course, we hadn't heard, but he's been so productive on this defense for Jones and been really, really fun to watch as he's kind of developed and finds himself on this line.
He's a kid that's likely to play football at the next level in some capacity. He's starting to get some looks from some D2 schools and things like that. Big play there. Kiefer in motion to the right side. McLaren thought about throwing that way, now runs that way. Now finds Kiefer, nobody out there for the Jones defense. He'll bull over a couple of defenders, just shy of the first down marker. Good job that time from McLaren to find his check down after he was pressured.
And that's one thing that it seemed like maybe he struggled with and Bethany struggled with on offense that first half is if he's being forced one way, he couldn't really find his options. But it looks like maybe they've tried to alleviate that a little bit, and they're finding some success in this passing game now.
3rd and 1 from the 47. It'll be a run, direct snap to Kiefer, pushing. Jones defense trying to push him back. It's going to depend on the spot. Right now, looks like they'll have him right at that first down marker, and they'll move the chains. So the Bethany Broncos got a drive going here.
And taking time off at that, too. Down to about 7 minutes now in this 3rd quarter.
They've mixed the run and the pass on this drive and had a penalty on a 3rd down from the Jones defense that helped them out as well. They fake the run this time. McLaren looking to get it down the seam, and that one is too far. Maybe some miscommunication. Griner had kind of checked up at around the 15-yard line. The throw was deeper than that.
Griner looks like he's fighting through some things back there right now. It's been a grueling game for him. Of course, Jones defense, Luke DeBusk, a huge portion of that grueling game, making it tough on him. But he's done a great job of trying to bounce back and really stay in this game.
Jones leads 29-13. Bethany trying to drive and put their first points of the second half on the board, get right back into this one. Delayed handoff, Kiefer up the guts. He'll be pushed back, gained a couple, but then took a shot. That time it was Fabian Garza with the big hit. It'll be third down here. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Last time in this situation, Templeton called for a penalty that moved the sticks. We'll see if Jones can keep clean here. Kiefer in motion to the left side. McLaren looking to throw. Pump fakes. He'll be sacked. It's Hernandez again. He's had a couple of sacks and a couple of TFLs in this game.
That's one thing. I think this Jones defense is really gelling together well. In past years, we've seen a lot of disconnect between the front and then, of course, the defensive secondary. So it's nice to see everybody kind of come in together, especially as the game has progressed.
Bethany lined up to go for it here on 4th and 8. And they're trying to kick it away just like Hansen did. He didn't have much room to do it. He got it off. And it's going to check up at the 11-yard line. So what was not a good punt off the foot ends up a good punt in where it lands. That was messy in execution, but I'd say that's the result they wanted. Just kind of a pooch punt, keep it away from a return man. But it didn't look pretty, but it's checked up at the 11-yard line. That's going to be not quite ideal field position for Jones. They've had a slow start to this second half.
They have.
But they had a slow start to the game and ended up scoring 29 points in the first half. They can explode at any time. We'll see if they've made the adjustments heading into this drive.
They just have to do a good job of playing clean ball right here, making sure they don't let Bethany have too much, and that gives them, allows them the opportunity to wait and for their offense to develop.
Johnson cut it up back to up the middle. Forward progress will be stopped, but he's across the 20. Nice gain on first down. Johnson has had a really good game. Had a long touchdown run in the first half. That was the first touchdown of the game for the Longhorns, and that really sparked the offense to where they put up those 29 points in the first half. On a similar formation with the motions here. Another handoff for Johnson, this time trying to break it to the left side, breaking through a tackle, but not much there. Gained another yard, looks like. They're bringing up 3rd and short.
That was a matchup of numbers right there. Two Bethany defenders on him rather quick, and that's kind of what did him in on that drive right there.
4:15 to go in the third quarter. Neither team has scored in the second half yet. Again, the motion to the right side of the formation. This time Hansen will look to pass, trying to brush off Breck Brady. Here comes a flag. Hansen avoids another tackle, fires and finds Collier with room to run. We'll have to check the penalties. For the moment, Collier's going to break loose and score.
He's trying to make up for that one they called back earlier.
Did he get to the pylon? Not quite. He's at the 2. We'll have to check the markers here.
He needs a sub. He says that was too far, Coach.
He ran a long way, and the Jones offense seems to think this is going to be against Bethany as they are hurrying up.
It sure looked like it. I mean, I thought maybe it was as soon as a Bethany defender grabbed a face mask, so that's kind of what it looked like. Yep.
That is the penalty. It'll be declined. So Evan Collier,
there we go,
with the catch and run in the scramble drill,
makes up for the one that was called back earlier. I was hoping that would happen for him at some point. I'm glad it finally did.
It was a broken play. He was able to get open for his quarterback looking for an outlet, then showed off the speed, caught down at the 1-yard line. Jones up on the ball, trying to put the first points of the board in the second half on the scoreboard. One receiver to each side of the formation. Purvis to the right, Hardiman to the left at the top of your screen. Handoff to John Quay Johnson, up the gut and in for his second touchdown of the game. And Jones adds to their big lead.
There we go.
Evan Collier set that one up. 35-13 Jones, and they'll try to add on with the extra point here from Colson Lindsay. Perfect on PAT so far tonight. Cade Templeton, the holder. Lindsey's line drive PAT is right on through. 36-13. Johnson punches it in. Longhorns with a big lead here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
A broken play where Asen Hansen got out of the pocket, found Evan Collier, and he ran it all the way down the 1 yard line. Then John Quay Johnson punched it in with a 1 yard touchdown run, making it 36-13. Jones Longhorns. That scoring recap brought to you by Jones Nutrition, proud supporters of Jones Athletics. Check them out on social media or stop in and say hi at 9244 Hiawassee Suite 400.
I could go for one of those right now, Zach.
Lindsey kicks this one out of bounds, so that'll be the penalty, free kick out of bounds, and it'll be good field position for Bethany, who has not scored yet here in the second half. They had a decent drive going last time into Jones territory, but then got backed up and punted it away. McLaren leads the Broncos out. 3:32 to go in the third quarter. Bethany needs a big-time drive and a touchdown here to try to stick in this game as Jones is taking a commanding 36-13 lead. They'll start with the play action. McLaren looking to pass down the middle of the field.
Oh,
What a catch! Right in the middle of the field. Triple coverage didn't matter.
What a catch.
It was Griner who brought it in. All the way to the Jones 30.
You know, you never know what the outcome of the game is going to be, but, man, that's making his highlight reel right there. That was a great contested catch on his behalf. One that catching it definitely wasn't in his favor, but, man, he pulled through on that.
That's exactly what Bethany needed. See if they can capitalize and punch in a score. Up to the Jones 30 here, and this one was snapped when McLaren wasn't ready. He's trying to have to roll out, and he will be stopped and dropped for at least a 5-yard loss, make it a 6-yard loss. Miscommunication with the center that time. So after a big-time play, miscommunication backs him up a little bit all the way down to the 36.
They're going to have to capitalize on big plays like that. They haven't been privileged enough to see many of those. They're going to have to use it.
Hand off to Kiefer to the right side. Slips through a couple of tackles. He's going to get back to the 30 and a little bit across before he's ushered out of bounds. Gets out of bounds to stop the clock at 2:26 to go in the third quarter. It'll make it 3rd and 9. So even after that impressive run because of the mishap before, still 3rd and long here, but Bethany has shown that they're going 4-down territory possibly here now that we're late into the third quarter. So they might have 2 plays to get this here. Just try to get some of it right now. We'll see. Kiefer's the back. McLaren looking to throw. Pressure coming off the edge. He'll step up now, rolls out. Throws this one down the field, and it is out of the hands of Breck Brady. Drew Thomas over there in coverage.
You know, that's a continuous struggle. I'm not sure what the problem is there, but so many of these passes, especially to Breck Brady, are just right above his head. And if they could connect on some of these, I think it'd be a totally different ball game.
Offense is still out there for the moment. Last possession, they stayed out there and pooch punted with the offense from 4th down. We'll see if they go for it here, down 36-13. Just a couple of minutes left in the third. McLaren does look to throw down the sideline. And nothing there. It was Cade Templeton blanketing him in coverage the entire way. Got his head around. That's textbook DB work to force the turnover on downs. So the Jones offense will take back over with 1:47 to go in the third, up 36-13. We'll try to put this one away.
Definitely not the score I expected going into this game, but one that I'm happy and proud of at this point in the game.
We talked about earlier in this game how this Bethany roster has had a lot of turnover. They had a lot of senior leaders last year. This is still a very talented group, but Jones, with a little bit more experience, maybe is getting the better of them here. But still, plenty of game left. Johnson up the left side. He'll be brought down, picks up a few.
And you know, a lot can happen for young guys with that extra game, Jones having played a week 0 game. You never know how that changed things for those young guys coming in and starting like Ace Guthrie, and what kind of advantage that gives them compared to maybe some younger guys on this Bethany team.
Trip Rogers got a majority of the carries in that first game, but Johnson had some as well, including 2 touchdown runs. But the last couple of weeks, John Coy Johnson has really become the featured back in this offense. Has another carry here up the middle, had a hole. He gets to the outside. Look at the speed go. John Coy Johnson trying to break off another big run across the 30, still on his feet and out of bounds.
Right there, Trip Rogers doing his job exactly. It almost looked like he started lined up as an H-back in that position, and what a great block down here early on in that run for Johnson, and really doing his best to make sure he takes care of business on his behalf.
All the way into the red zone. John Coy Johnson, his second really big run of the game. They're to the line quickly here. They'll award him with another handoff. Up the middle, spinning inside, and he's up to around the 10. Solid pickup on first down. Bethany will make some defensive substitutions. Hanson, the offense, looking to the sideline for the play call here. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 10. So they can get to the 5-yard line and reset the sticks before they have to score. Not a goal-to-goal situation. Another handoff for Johnson. Breaks the first tackle. Ball may have come out, and it did. The referee threw the sack. We'll see who ends up on top of it. And it looks like Bethany has forced their second fumble of the half, and they'll take over inside their own 10 with 12 seconds to go in the third. Johnson tried to spin inside for extra yardage on that play, and ball got knocked out. Bethany jumped on it. They're not going away just yet. Tahia looks to be the running back to start this drive. They'll hand off to him, trying to get out of the shadow of their own end zone, and he breaks through. Look at the burst.
Oh, man.
We're trying to catch him up, down, and Trip Rogers showing off his running back speed, able to catch up to him and bring him down. But what a run from inside your own 10. They're into Jones territory.
What a run. Not much you can do about that. He was so explosive once he broke away from pretty much the rest of the pack.
And that's not even their lead back. That is the secondary running back, Tahia. Showed off the burst that time. He was tackled out of bounds. Or no, it was in bounds, so they run the clock. And that's it for the third quarter. Bethany driving, but Jones a commanding 36-13 lead. Put your fours up as we head to the fourth on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a...
Back for the fourth quarter, and we'll send it down to their sideline reporter, Peyton Davis.
Great start for the Longhorns to start the third. Fumble on the first drive recovered by Bethany, but then we saw great defense the rest of the quarter to bring Jones back from that. The offense has done a good job of putting points forward. We saw a great drive set up by Evan Collier and finished off by Jonquade Johnson to put the Longhorns up 36-13. But the Jones defense is what stood out to me this quarter. We saw sacks, batted down passes, overall clean play except for that last play of the quarter. But going into the final 12, I think the key is to keep playing with the confidence that I've been feeling on the sideline.
Griner with a big run to start the fourth quarter here. He picks up the first down and more. He's got the Bethany offense into the red zone here as we get underway in the fourth quarter. Longhorns with that 36-13 lead. Bethany trying to come back. It looks like they have a player shaken up or slow to get up momentarily. He's up now. So the offense will go back out here in just a moment. Bethany staring at a pretty big uphill battle here. Down 36-13, but they are knocking on the door. They're in the red zone here. Trying to mount a fourth quarter comeback. We'll see if the Jones defense can do what they did early on in that first half, where the second possession, Bethany scores on the first possession in 3 plays. Second possession, they march all the way down. It's not looking like a great start for Jones, but then the defense stood tall in a position about like this, forced a field goal attempt that was missed, and that allowed Jones to get back into the game.
Yeah, it's exciting to see how they can really turn things around when it's not going in their favor. Of course, we'd love to see it going in Jones' favor from the start or off the jump, but it's great to see them be able to kind of get into a recovery mode and get back on top.
Pass to the middle here. Breck Brady catches it. They're going to take a herd of Longhorns to bring him down. He's
big dude.
So big and strong, and NFL pedigree. His dad played in the NFL. He's got NFL size already. He's only a sophomore, by the way. Room to grow.
That's crazy. I keep forgetting that, too.
Some of you may know I've done some Bethany basketball games last year. I might do some again this year. He's got to watch out for their basketball team as well at that size. Quite the athlete. It'll be 2nd and 3 here after the catch from Breck Brady. McLaren fake to hand off to keeper on a boot, looking to throw. Punt fake now will find a man. That is Griner, and he will be brought down. Going to take 3 or 4 Longhorns there, but he's up to around the 5.
And hit hard.
That'll make it a 1st and goal. Griner made that really big contested catch earlier in the quarter, or in the third quarter as well. He has shown some incredible toughness. He has come up slowly from multiple plays tonight, and he is still out there making catches for this Bethany offense. I don't care which team you root for, you like to see guys like that. And a botched handoff here, ball on the ground. Jones trying to dive on top of it. We'll have to see who comes up with it. For the moment, it looks like they're keeping the clock rolling, which means Bethany got it back, but it looked like McLaren tried to put it in the arms of Kiefer. Kiefer maybe thought it was play action. He didn't hold on to the ball, ended up on the ground. They got back on it, though. Clock will tick down to 10:15 to go in this game. 2nd and goal from the 5. This time they do hand off to Kiefer. He breaks it back up the middle, and he is inside the 5, just shy of the goal line. We're going to have a couple of chances to punch this one in here. 3rd and goal upcoming. We've seen them go to direct snaps in this situation before. That's how they scored their 2nd touchdown of the game. I think that might be what they go to again. Looks that way. Kiefer set up in the Wildcat here. Of course, we have seen him try a pass from this formation as well. This time he takes it to run up the middle, trying to push through, and he's got the extra effort in for the score. Bethany back on the board. Likely you will see them go for 2 the rest of the way with a big deficit. McLaren heads back out. Makes it 36-19. Still a lot to battle back from, but if they wanted to have a comeback, Tessa had to start somewhere.
Yep. That's one thing they've been fighting this whole time. They haven't given up yet, so, you know, if there's one way to try to get back on top, they're going to have to keep scoring like that.
McLaren looking to pass. Throws this one up, looking for his big target, Brady. There's a flag on the play. It passes incomplete. The flag was in the backfield, though, so we'll have to check it.
I'm not sure what that could be. Happened after he threw the ball.
The officials will discuss it. The pass was incomplete, but if this is on the defense, they'll get another try. Long discussion here from the officials.
Yes. I almost wonder if it's going to be. Yep.
Going to be some sort of illegal formation here. Jones will decline it because of the incomplete pass, and it'll be no good on the 2-point try. So the score remains 36-19. We'll step away for a second on the Oklahoma Sports Network. .29 to go here in this one on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jones leads 36-19, but Bethany got that touchdown there. Try to break into the deficit. And they kick this one off. Drew Thomas, the usual punt returner, will take it just ahead of the 10. He goes towards the middle, has some room up to the 30 where he is dropped down. That was Lopez on the tackle. Been a nice defensive player for Bethany in this game. 9:24 on the clock. Jones out there. I expect them, Tessa, to run the ball a lot here and try to kill this clock.
Yep. It's only, about 9 minutes left in this game. And a pretty hefty lead at this point. I'm thinking they'll lean that way.
Offense trots out here. We spend so much time talking about guys like Jose Taylor and John Quay Johnson in the backfield. Let's give some love to that offensive line as well. They've made some big holes for them to run through.
And they played a very clean game, which is tough to do early on. So I'm impressed with that for sure from the offensive line.
Screen play here to the outside. Some room to run, a first down, and a little bit more for Hunter Purvis. He's in a nice game. Return to kickoff for a touchdown. Picks up a first down right there. Those wide receiver screens have become such a staple of this Jones offense. So one play, and they got a first down. Jose Taylor, the running back on that play, he's still out there with Hanson in the backfield at the right hip. Trips to the right. Looks like another screen for Purvis. Has some room to run again. Picks up about 5 yards. He'll fight across the 50.
That's one of the funnest things to watch about him, too, is if he can't find the gap right there on the run, he's going to back up and try to run through it again. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's fun to watch him try to adjust and get back on top of the play.
Worked that time for a gain of about 7. Short up to set up second and short. And again, they are content with letting this clock roll down a little bit. Now down to 8:40 to go in the game. Same formation. Stacked there on the right side. Instead, it's a handoff to Jose Taylor. Breaks it to the outside. Now cuts back up the middle across the 40. Talk about his tough running. That time he showed off some athleticism and shiftiness.
He's so fun to watch and someone that I really got attached to seeing on this Jones offense later on in the season last year. But, man, it'll be fun to see what kind of threats he poses to other defenses as the year goes on.
Jose Taylor, just a sophomore himself. Nice run there to move the chains. 1st and 10. They're in Bethany territory here at the 41. About 8 minutes left in this game, trying to put it away. Another run for Taylor to the outside. Has a lead blocker and a room. Breaks through a tackle. Now falls down. Lost the ball. Picked up by Rogers inside the 15. Jones catches a break there. Now the referee might be signaling that Taylor was down because he's marked it not where Rogers picked it up. He's marked it back where Taylor was dropped. We'll see where they mark it, though. Regardless, nice hustle by Rogers to jump on the ball. And regardless, it was another 1st down run for Jose Taylor. Johnson checks back into the backfield, though. See Jesse Hernandez and Luke DeBuskin on offense.
It's always fun to see Luke DeBusk on offense.
He'll get some goal line touches throughout the year, did through the first couple of weeks as a running back, but he also will line up kind of like a tight end here to be a blocker. Johnson up the middle, a big hole and spinning down inside the 20, up to about the 16-yard line.
He just runs with no fear, and that's something that's really fun to see. And it completely changes the way a running back takes control of a game.
Last several runs have been to that left side, opened up by Mendoza at left tackle and Garrett Clark at left guard. They've done a nice job. And again, Jones takes their time looking to the sideline for the play call. We're now down to 7 minutes to go in this game. They have erased about 2.5 minutes already off this clock on this possession. Another run for Johnson. Has some room to run. There's going to be a hold. That's going to be on Luke DeBusk, I believe, who was his lead blocker. This one will come back. Penalty stops the clock as well. It'll be all the way back to the 27 here. So it'll be 2nd down. And now the clock begins to tick again. You can run the ball this way at the end of a game. You can really put a team away, limit their chances. Clock is not on Bethany's side. Here they motion the running back Johnson to the right side. There's now 4 stacked out that way. Purvis has the catch. He's got room and he's got speed.
Man.
Cuts to the outside. He's across the 20 and brought down.
One thing about him is he just gets going so fast. I mean, it's the second he catches the ball, he's up the field. And as a defender, he's hard to read.
Pure acceleration from Hunter Purvis. We saw that on his kickoff return touchdown as well. Going to make this one 3rd and manageable. Inside the 20-yard line. 6 minutes to go. Now the clock ticks under that. And we're going to have a flag here on the snap. False start. So that'll back it up. Make it 3rd and long here. Makes it 3rd and 11. John Quay Johnson still the running back at the right hip of Hansen. There's 3 lined up to the bottom of your screen here. Or stacked there, including Hardeman, Hernandez, and Purvis. See if they throw that way again. Instead, it's a keeper for Hansen. Now he'll throw this one up to John Quay Johnson. He's left alone for the touchdown. What a play design.
I know who called it, but it was a great go.
John Quay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the game. That one via the pass. I mean, there's just so many layers to that. You get the defense thinking, okay, it's going to be a screen pass to the left. Then Hansen fakes a QB draw, and then he just slings it to Johnson on a wheel route. Nobody there to cover him.
Well.
Looks like a timeout has been called here before the point after attempt. We'll keep it here. That one really, Tessa, likely the dagger in this game.
Yeah, that may do it right there. Just perfect timing as far as the clock is getting down, and I think that's really what does the separation. You can kind of tell by the body language over here and the fans on the Bethany side that that's kind of what did it and maybe crushes some hope for them as far as trying to get back into the game.
Now, I'll be honest, Tessa, did you help draw that one up with Coach Dad?
Definitely. Totally. Yeah, we talked that one through today, actually.
That's a quick install.
Yeah. You know, I always come in with so many ideas. I just have to hope they get in. So I'm glad that one made it.
John Quay Johnson is certainly, over the last couple of weeks, stamped himself as a prime part of this offense, and he gets his 2nd touchdown of the game right there on the wheel route and the touchdown pass from Mason Hansen. Now looks like Colson Lindsay on for another extra point.
You know, and one thing about John Quay is they just don't seem to have many answers for him, for his speed, for his relentlessness. I think that's the perfect word to kind of describe the way he plays is he's just relentless. And for so many people, that makes it really, really tough to cover him, really.
Trip Rogers to snap. Cade Templeton to hold, and Lindsay to kick on the extra point. Kick is up and right down the middle as usual with Colson Lindsay. 43-19. Jones with a dagger of a touchdown pass from Hansen to Johnson to make it 44-19 on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
A methodical running drive into the red zone, and then a John Quay Johnson touchdown catch from Mason Hansen to make it 44-19. That's the scoring recap brought to you by Jones Nutrition. Proud supporters of Jones Athletics. You can find them at 9244 Hiawassee Suite 400.
Woohoo! My people.
Colson Lindsay, who's been perfect on PATs tonight, will kick this one away to Bethany. They've had a nice return game all night long with Weaver. And he stutter steps his way to the 30 this time. That's about as well as Jones has bottled him up all night. 5:41 to go here in the fourth, and Bethany will take back on offense, down 44-19. Sure to see some urgency here. Likely a lot of passes. We'll see if the pass rush in the secondary can key in on that. for this Jones defense. He'll start off with a run to Kiefer. Tries to break it back up inside. Not a whole lot of room. He'll pick up a couple. Wiley in on the stop. One receiver to each side here. Kiefer still the halfback. He'll get another carry up the middle. Trying to push across. Costs up the football. Drew Thomas is going to pick it up. He can still run here if he wants, and he'll be brought down. Jones gets the ball right back.
Looked a little discombobulated, like he wasn't sure what direction to go with it.
He hasn't had an interception today, but Drew Thomas with a fumble recovery now, and he's also had an interception each of the first 2 games. He's starting to be a turnover machine here. Jones takes back over with 5 minutes exactly on the clock. They will try to kill this clock here and run the ball effectively like they've been doing all night. Defense came up with the big stop there. Hanson will sling it out to Purvis on a screen. He's going to pick up a couple and then be brought down. So that'll keep the clock rolling here. Jones' defense was such a great start to this season. Only allowed 6 points in week 0. Didn't allow very many last week either. Right now they've given him 19 points on the board, but the offense is struck for 44 here on the road. Gets a very talented Bethany team. It'll be 2nd and 8 upcoming for the Jones offense. Jose Taylor will be the running back. They're in no hurry to get up to the ball here. Play clock's down to 1 and now 0, and they'll call a timeout. So they ate up some clock there and then call a timeout. 4:11 to go in the 4th quarter. We'll step away for just a second on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Welcome back to the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jones leading 43-19. 4:11 to go in this game, trying to run out the clock here. Handoff for John Quay Johnson, who's had a big game. He'll pick up a few, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Gain of 2 officially on that one, so make it 3rd and 6. And they'll be able to kill around 40 seconds more of clock here. See if they just stick with the run or if they try to pass to pick up the 1st down and be able to put this one away right here on this possession. Jose Taylor in at the halfback spot. Hanson keeping his eye on the play clock, letting it get as low as he can. Now put it in the hands of Jose Taylor. And he pushes over a defender. He's got the 1st down. Boy, he just laid the hit on the safety trying to come up and stop him. How to move the sticks, and that one will give Jones the opportunity to roll it out just a little bit more. Down to about 3 minutes to go here. Jose Taylor still in the backfield trying to put this one away. He'll get another handoff. Slips a tackle. Look at the move inside, and now it's going to take 3 or 4 Broncos to bring him down despite that small stature. Showed off a nice juke that time. Picks up around 5 yards on first down. Now the clock will tick down to around 2 minutes by the time they snap this again. As this game coming towards an end, when this game is over, we'll have some interviews down there on the sideline. A couple players of the game and Coach Witt as well. You'll hear from him at the end of this broadcast on what looks like to be a big-time statement win from Jones. Asen Hansen going to check out of this game to avoid any injury, because it's all but over, and Ace Guthrie will take the snaps. As he checks in, they'll get a delay of game penalty, but that'll just back him up to 2nd and 10. Regardless, they're just going to run this ball and eliminate the clock. With the penalty and moving it back, it gives them a fresh 25 seconds on the play clock to move it down even further, down to around under a minute and a half to go. Guthrie calls for the snap, puts it in the hands of Taylor. Slips a tackle, now spinning, staying on his feet. He just will not go down. Picks up around 3 or 4 yards that time. And now the clock will be able to get under a minute to go. It'll be 3rd and 5. So they'll have to run another play here. They'll wait out the play clock. Jones, though, likely to win this one, 43-19. Big test on the road. We told you at the open this was going to be their biggest test of the year so far. They got off to a slow start, but the offense eventually picked it up, and the defense was strong all game long. Jose Taylor trying to finish this one off, fighting for a first down and move the sticks. Able to get the first down, and I believe they'll just have to snap it one more time before they can end this one. Ace Guthrie kneels it down, and the Jones Longhorns improve to 3-0 on the year, 43-19. Big-time victory on the road. Great performances all around. John Quay Johnson, a Big Ten game, 2 touchdowns. On the defensive side, Jesse Hernandez with a couple of sacks, a couple of TFLs as well. Hunter Purvis with a kick return touchdown that really put Jones in the driver's seat in this game. As the clock strikes 000, the teams will show the sportsmanship across the 50-yard line. And in just a moment, we'll have Tessa and Peyton down there to get these interviews for you so you can hear from the players of the game. On offense, it's John Quay Johnson. On defense, it's Jesse Hernandez. And then we'll hear from Coach Witt as well. The teams heading to the sideline. We'll try to grab a hold of these players of the game for you, and then we'll get you sent down there. Asen Hansen, another clean day at a passing touchdown. Did not turn over the football. Jones had a couple of fumbles, but they did not come back to bite them. And they win this one big, 43-19. We'll have a bye week next week, no game next week. And then Jones will be back in action right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. They improved to 3-0 on this season, have not done that in a while. Big start. And it must feel nice for these players that were involved last year where they lost to Bethany at home. They returned the favor with a road win here against Bethany in a big-time win, 43-19. Looks like we have Coach Witt coming out here to around the logo, so we'll get to him and have an interview with him here in just a second. And we will send it down here to Peyton Davis with Coach Witt.
Tessa!
All right, we'll go ahead and go. Okay, what does this performance show about the growth of the program after losing to Bethany last year?
Well, we lost a tight one last year, and, you know, our kids really wanted to go 3-0 for the first time, and since they've been, it's 2017, I think it's the first time, last time these guys went 3-0, so they were pretty hungry to do that this year.
What's the message going into next week against Perry? What's the message to the team?
It counts now. It's district play, so each week for us is important. I mean, we're only focused on us getting better.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, great game tonight. Could you tell me about what that last touchdown felt like for you, going up 43-19?
It felt great, you know, being able to score again after fumbling to make up my mistake and to better up.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Great game.
So there you heard from John Quay Johnson, the offensive player of the game, and Coach Kevin Witt on what it felt like to win this game big on the road at Bethany. For all of us here at the Oklahoma Sports Network, I'd like to thank Tessa and Peyton as well helping us out. I'm Zach Reynolds.